That's recording. Good? That's his trademark, and mine is welcome back to the Fully Lacking Podcast, episode 25. Yes, we are a quarter century, or a quarter way to $1, or a quarter tank of gas, or a quarter pounder with cheese.
I think we should get full way to the intro. Is that okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. I am your host, Drew. This is your host and co-creator, Anthony. And behind the board, behind the camera, the third leg to the tripod, we've been nothing without her. Producer Lisa, we are your Fully Lacking team. Hey, man. Hey, real quick. Got a call. Oh, they want to know. How you doing?
It's been an interesting week.
Yeah, tell me more, Sad Eyes. Let's talk about it. How's your week?
It's been an interesting week, you know?
Yeah.
And interesting weekend. And I want to delve a little bit more into the themes behind that in a little bit.
Okay.
But I'm here. I'm excited. It feels like it's been a while again.
Yeah, a little bit.
And I'm just ready to rock and roll, you know?
I like that. I wanna rock and roll all day and cry myself to sleep at night.
I might have sad eyes, but are you okay?
I'm doing good, man. I'm back off a unknowingly needed trip. It was cool that we went on the trip. I didn't know I was going to learn so much from this trip. Me and my boys went out and celebrated a bachelor party / birthday for my guy, Josh. It was a gang of us. We were let loose in the streets of Vegas. This just in. Vegas was indeed ready for us. Yeah. It was fun. Bit of a blur, but there was a little bit of alcohol consumption. Lots of good food. Fun. It was just a fun time. It's cool, like, being out in a different city or a different state with, like, a gang of your homies. And you're doing cool stuff. I mean, we did cool stuff.
Like, the coolest thing you did.
It's between the Caesar shops, because Caesar's Palace has these luxury shops, and it's all these stores that all my friends and I follow on Instagram, and it's cool. It's between that and what we did in Phoenix. So what we did was, I'll tell you guys a little bit about this. So we drove to Arizona with 5 of us. It was me, Josh, Nick, Angel, and Brooke. Right? All in a Ford Expedition Max. We drove to Phoenix. Josh is thinking we're flying out of Sky Harbor. We actually pick up his brother while we're filling up the rental to return it to the airport. We drop him the news with a riddle. I wish I had the riddle, but it basically said, "You're not going to Chicago. We're going to Vegas." He got very excited. We broke out these custom jerseys we made. We drove to Vegas. My thought was, since we're driving back, why don't we stay a day in Phoenix so it's not a 10-hour day? So we stayed in Phoenix on the way back on Sunday, and I did a ghost tour. It was a ghost tour at 10:30 at night. It was a walking tour, 3 miles. My dogs were barking, but I made it through. It was also pretty creepy. It was weird.
Was like a specific kind of ghost tour?
What does that mean? Is there a bunch of different?
Yeah, there's specific ones. I mean, where certain deaths happen. You know?
Yeah, it was one of those.
Okay. Because I was in New Orleans and I went on one of those and it was super neat.
Say that word one more time.
New Orleans?
No,
Nolans?
that's not what you said. You said New Orleans.
No, I didn't say that. New Orleans.
Can you run the tape and edit? I want you to run it back. Because I know I'm going to be right.
I do what I please, sir. But okay, so what was your tour focused on?
A bunch of stuff with Phoenix. Did you know, I learned that the Phoenix Convention Center downtown, I think that's what it's called, it was literally built on an Indian burial ground. Learned that. There was a house, I can't remember the name, but a doctor built that house for $7,500 back then. A couple years later, he had to move to California because he couldn't afford the taxes. Stories told that he was a doctor who lived in that house. He actually killed the little boy. There was a groundskeeper for that house after the city bought it or something like that. He also passed away mysteriously. He was murdered. And they say that those spirits haunt that place. So we learned a lot about that. We learned about the convention center a little bit, about how it was buried. There is a hotel where Psycho was filmed. in downtown Phoenix. It's like a Hilton. I don't know exactly what it was before. And we sat in like a room, like it's a lobby, but it's also like it was weird. Like I wasn't holding any of the stuff because like
I was gonna ask, did you have the little ghost detectors?
I was not.
Is that out
But
of fear?
They had it. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want anything attaching to me. People don't believe in that stuff. I 100% do. And they were like going through the rooms and they had like this thing that would like somehow come up with messages, like
a Ouija board?
No. If they were doing that, I would have gone back to the Airbnb. But it was like like a box, it was on a tablet, right? But it was like an app, and so whatever. But like they told us about that room and like how that hospital, they're actually not worried about the below because it used to be a bank. They're actually worried about the above because it used to be a tuberculosis clinic, a TB clinic, right? Did I say that right? Tuberculosis. There we go. And people died. Yeah, in like those rooms. And there's a guy that still lives there that rents out a hotel room versus like renting a house because it's cheaper. He said that one of those rooms he had an experience with like a strong smell of sulfur and like he still lives in it. But like they were like, dude, what the heck? It's crazy. Yeah. There was all these crazy stories that they told us. I was a little scared. Even I think last night I told Lisa, I was like, I'm a little scared. It just kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, ghosts come up on this podcast quite a bit on your end, scary stories and
yeah, I'm not with it. Like we were down like in this basement of a restaurant. It's a cool restaurant. Lisa, completely unannounced to me, I had been there before because it's a restaurant that we ate at with our friends Tori and Vance. And Lisa and Tori went downstairs into this basement. It's like a viewing thing, and it's like caged off, and there's like just random dolls in a cage, right? And what happened was when we went down with the ghost tour, he actually explained to us that there is zero, and he's like, we're not hyping this up. It isn't like, he's like, there's zero accounts for how those dolls got there. They at first credited to like a infamous street artist that's out there in Phoenix, and he denies it. Like he's like, dude, I would take credit for this. Then they said it was the owner, and the owner's like, dude, I didn't do it either. And when I was listening to the guy speak, because I didn't look at the dolls, because like I didn't want to, because I didn't be freaked out.
He's just staring down at the floor.
I like kind of stood on the wall a little bit because my friends were in front of me anyway, so it was cool. But like in the corner of my eye, I saw like a shadow, which freaked me out at first, and I blinked and it was gone. Tell me how they show us this heat signature gun, and it's like, this is the only thing we've ever caught. And it was like the same image I saw in my corner of my eye. And I was like, all right. And I left. I just went up the stairs. I was like, nah, dude. And at the end of the tour, like you have to say like a certain thing, like you can't come with me and goodbye, like these things. And then like, as I was walking away, I felt better and better. Like I'm an empath. Like that's just who I am, like as a person. But I've also experienced a lot of like paranormal stuff. And I know I sound like a kooky weirdo dude, but I'm like not that. But man, I'm just like, it freaked me out. I did not want to go. And it was at 10:30 at night. And we were on foot. Who am I going to outrun? It's just going to be me, dude. I'm cooked.
Maybe there's like bigger ghosts who are struggling to keep up with you.
Although I appreciate the sentiment, still hurts my feelings a little bit.
I apologize.
Nah, it's okay. So the trip was cool. I had a really good time. I sacrificed a lot to go on that trip, and you know, I'm actually happy about it. There's no regrets for me. I would love to do it again. Like the boys want to talk about doing an annual trip because it was like cool to like get away and to like talk about like relationships and fatherhood and motherhood because Brooke was there, and it was a cool experience. So shout out to the boys. I had a blast. I wouldn't have wanted to do it with anybody else. It was great. It was a good time. Yeah. Nice. And friendship's important, bro. It's important to uphold it. It's important to really lean into it. I mean, in your experience recently, it's kind of important to rekindle it. I kind of want you to get into that a little bit, maybe, about how your weekend went and how that is directly connected to what we're talking about in a little way.
Yeah, it's direct connect. Connecting flights from one topic to another.
From Spirit to Southwest.
Yes.
Because we were the rowdy ones and you were the affordable class.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I've been irresponsible, maybe even neglectful with relationships in the past. Partial ignorance, partial pettiness, you may even say.
Okay.
I tend to like build narratives in my head around everything, and sometimes those narratives aren't supported with facts that can be gathered through conversations. You know what I mean?
It's fair. Yeah.
And I have two friends that I've known since like really day ones.
Yeah.
Not kindergarten, preschool and first grade.
Wow.
And for a moment, I wasn't talking to either of them. Then one of them I started talking to again. And then the other one, it's been kind of minimal contact for a couple of years. Almost exactly a couple of years, strangely. I had other circumstances happen this weekend that kind of prompted me just to get out. So I drove to Albuquerque.
I was running. Sorry. I just thought about Forrest Gump for some reason. I'm not comparing your life to Forrest Gump's life at all.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Lieutenant Dang said, you got some golden legs. Mama said they was my magic shoes. Mama said they would take me anywhere. Sorry.
They took me to Albuquerque.
Yay.
So I had let my friend know, the one I still talk to, I'm coming up. And
on the way.
He was like, yeah, I had already plans to hang out with my other friend.
The one that is minimal contact.
Yep. And he was like, is that okay? I was like, yeah, I think it's about time.
Oh.
So I went up there, we met, had drinks, dapped it up, said, I love you. After we were a few drinks in, I was like, I'm sorry. Sorry for my part in communication.
You're that drinker, huh?
No, but that was the intention. It's not like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like that came out like,
you be hella emotional when you're drinking, though. I've been with you.
I don't know.
You be rapping and shit.
Rapping is emotional?
Remember you like put on some beats with freestyle?
That's not emotional.
That was emotional for me.
Really?
Yeah. It got me going.
Yeah.
Anyways, so like you guys dapped it up. You told them you were sorry for the distance?
My part in communication, my part in...
But did you explain to him why, or you protected him for that?
We both know why. I had expressed it poorly at that time.
Yeah, for sure.
And so like those factors aren't really much different. I just needed to compartmentalize it for myself and be like, you do you. I can still be cool with you, and we'll figure out how to navigate around it. I feel like the third quarter of this year has been kind of like an apology tour for me, because I'm just kind of looking back at certain mistakes I made with people and trying to heal things, And it's not to say it's all my fault, but it's largely my fault.
Listen, I will tell you that there's a lot of power in the ability to admit maybe poor handling of things. Nobody gives the credit to the power that's in those actions, right? Like I have friends, me and Lisa had friends for, over a decade that were very close with us, and we were very close with them. And we raised our kids together basically. And once we moved back to Las Cruces, we were with them all the time. Like our house is like, you got to think about it. So like our house is close to their house, very close. And we did a lot of that. Like another friend that we had a falling out with lives down the street from our house, right? And so like the proximity of where we built our home was not solely based on them, but it had a lot of consideration, And we had a complete falling out over things that shouldn't have been said, and also I think poor handling of the situation, right? I do believe that if you trust snakes, and if you allow your grass to grow over them and you think it's fine for them to exist in it, you're going to end up getting bit eventually. I'm not waiting for it. I hope them all nothing but prosperity and progress in their lives. But man, if I could convince somebody I could tell the future, I would tell them, And I think like I can recognize the power in what you did on Saturday, because I could never do that with those people, because I tried. And
you'd probably be more in his role than you would have been in mine. I don't know the share of responsibility in all this.
So
you're saying for even just your part, no matter what size 100%, you just can't cross that line.
Listen, you're my guy. You've been my guy for a long time, and we've gotten very close. You're like my best friend. We've gotten that close, right? We tell each other everything. And if I were to tell Adon about something you told me not to say anything about, and it got back to you, there's no way you'd be like, I'm never talking to you again. There's definitely a conversation we're going to have. There's going to be apologies in line and things like that. But there's no way you're not going to be like, I don't want to be your friend anymore. I want nothing to do with you. It's cowardly. It's not, in my opinion. Now, boundaries are respectful. And so that's not to take away, the fact that boundaries need to be set. But I think that you need, as a person going into any type of engagement, you need to set the precedent. Like, I'm a conditional person or I'm an unconditional person. That's just a thing for me. I am to a fault unconditional for people. It doesn't matter if somebody that I was close with when I was 10 calls me now and needs help. I'm going to figure out a way to help them. It's just who I am. I have no condition. And I think that what you did was you created a safe distance for yourself. Regardless if you built up things in your head or not, you did it for yourself. And then you were like, you know what? There might have been some embellishments in the ideas that I created. Let me at least step back in and apologize and also see if I can create something that I feel protected with still. And I commend you for it. And like, I really, truly look up to that because I did a little bit of that myself. I got shut down and like, you said that I am healing using apathy, or what did you tell me when we were at the dinner table at the house? What did you say?
I said you're hiding sadness. You're hiding sadness behind apathy.
I'm sad. I was crushed. Those were my best friends. They were my best friends. Yeah, they were my best friends. I think that it's hard to trust again. I have great friends now, and I get scared. I get scared because even with you, and it's something that I learned from that experience. I learned a lot. I found my silver linings in it. I found the work I needed to do. And so I think that with you and what you did with your friend, that was probably something you did too. Like, you found improvements you could make in your own self.
Yeah.
So like, one, it doesn't happen again, or it's not as severe. And two, he probably did the same thing. There was learning on both parties. I know for a fact, me and my family were punished because somebody didn't like something I said. I'll never understand or be able to respect that. It's hard for me. But I wasn't the person in the position of hurt, so that's what you got. That's
the challenges of being unconditional in your space, because once you feel there's a certain breach, it's on-off kind of switch, right? Yeah. We've talked about how our dynamic with people are so different. Yeah. I'm much more of a guarded person compared to how open you are. Oh. But unfortunately, what really precipitated a lot of this reflection is having it done to me.
Oh, yeah.
I know it may make me sound like I don't have empathy, but there are certain things that that's the ignorance speaking. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know it had that effect. Maybe I undervalued myself in those relationships. You know what I mean? I didn't know that I'd have that impact because of how they viewed me.
No, I think what it is that it was done to you, and you're like, I think you assumed you just don't want anybody else to feel the way you did. I don't think that you're sitting here, because you've never struck me, and I've never experienced any parts of you that was like egotistical. So for you to be like, oh, this happened to me, I bet you I did this to him, I just don't feel like that's what it was. I think that you were like, it could even have been subconsciously. You were like, ugh, I don't like how this feels. I know that I created some distance that maybe would have been unfair. Let me make sure that that's made right. I think that that's beautiful, right? But without getting into too much detail, I think that in these type of scenarios, in these types of situations, there's always a side that's unfair, for sure. And that's just the opposite party's boundaries. And they get to create whatever they want. It's why relationships are hard with friends, with family, with significant others, is because their reaction is always going to be their reaction, right? Like, if Lisa wrecked the car through the living room, I'd be like, we're just going to build another house. We'll figure it out. If Lisa wrecked the car and had her boyfriend in the driver's seat, yeah, she's going to get another house, right? Respectfully, because that's my reaction. If I did it to her, she might have just said, we got to get another house, right? It just depends. It depends on the person. And so I think that that's what makes these engagements so like easily to be made like jaded towards, is because like, if you have a run of like bad, not entanglements, but situations, bro, it makes you really unexcited for the next one. or guarded or like, I was gonna say bricked up, but I meant like,
Whoa.
I meant walled up.
Yeah.
Like brick wall, you know what I was getting at.
Yeah.
You a little nasties, but like you're walled up, you know, and so
I'll check in with producer Lisa. But from what she's told me, she's smart enough to keep him in the back seat, right, Lisa?
Yes, absolutely.
Just in case the cops or like the traffic cameras capture it. Oh, my bad. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry, Drew.
It's okay. We have cameras all around our house, and they sneak in through the window, so like he can't see.
enough about my shitty life. Let's talk about your shitty life.
Yeah, right. No, I mean, I feel good about it. And it does come down to relationships. I mean, it's been 20 plus years with this guy. I got to find ways to make it work.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. There's one of my good friends, Nico, right? I've known him since we were like 5, right? Bro, we didn't hang out much. And then one day he called me and he's like, hey, dude, I don't have a place to live. I was like, live with us. And he's just like, what? I'm about to have a baby. I was like, yeah, we're going to figure it out. And we did in a way that Lisa did not like. But what happened was Elijah's first roommate was me, his mom, and Nico. It's unconditional for me. Those relationships last forever. As long as they're healthy. They have to be healthy and they have to be somewhat conducive to your growth, right? And I think that with your friend, 20 years is a long time. That's a long time, brother. It's very hard for you to walk away from that. And I don't care. There'll be people that whenever we get big enough and we have thousands and thousands of comments that replay these old episodes, they're going to be like, oh, time doesn't tell you define loyalty. Like, well, that's fair, but it damn sure helps it. You know what I mean? Like, you have time with people. That's really one of the building blocks of loyalty.
It comes with understanding. It comes with respect and appreciation. And it didn't take because I was already there doing it, but sitting in front of him and he played it cool. Like, nah, don't apologize. But, after a few drinks, he was like, I said it didn't hurt, but it did. And just seeing that and just hearing it from him, it was like, oh, like, I made a mistake. It is what it is. What are we doing over here, bro?
I had my shorts on inside out.
Are you flashing me?
All day. Yeah, look. Maybe not.
I'm surprised you're still in shorts with like fall happening.
Brother, if there's anything you know about me, I'm going to get my sexy ass into some shorts. I don't care how cold it is outside. I don't care. Oh, fall is back. Fall is back.
What was that voice?
I'm so excited.
Both me and Lisa looked at you very oddly.
I love fall, dude. Give me some. Yes, give me some freaking cold weather, baby. I'm tired of sweating on my weave, bro. That shit sucks. I could live a whole life without summer. I could absolutely listen. There's great things. There's great things about summer, barbecues and holidays and all these great things. And I love summer and it's got my respect. But winter and fall, baby, daddy likey. I love it. It's my favorite time of the year. I mean, my favorite holidays. Halloween, my least favorite holiday, but also the most excited because after that it's Thanksgiving and then Christmas. Oh, Christmas.
Yeah, but Christmas is winter. We're talking about fall. Dude.
I said fall and winter. I said
That's
fall
not what
and
the
winter.
board says. Fall. We stick to the board, Drew. Stick to the board.
Pause.
No,
for a communist edit. Anyways, fall. You know why I'm excited about fall, honestly? Because I won't sweat every single day, which is great. The food, the smells.
Which food becomes a primary...
Producer Lisa, you were at the house eating dinner earlier. Bro, Lisa knew it was 95 degrees outside and she still made green chili stew because it's October 1st.
That's good.
Pumpkin anything. Pumpkin pie, pumpkin squash, pumpkin spice, eggnog.
I never got into eggnog.
Oh, eggnog, get into me. I don't care, dude. I love eggnog. They're like, yo, we could tell. Yeah, fuck you. How about that?
No one said anything, Drew.
I don't care.
Love yourself. That's from your own brain.
Projecting.
That's from your own brain.
Yeah, well, my brain said, fuck you. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Also, wild to not like eggnog. Grow up a little bit.
What does it have to do with maturity, Drew?
What do you mean?
What does it have to do with
Your
maturity,
palate
Drew?
matures
I
as you
repeated the
grow
question.
up. Your palate matures as you get older. And if you're not old enough to understand how great eggnog is, well, then you're just a fucking weirdo, respectfully.
Hurt people, everybody.
Not hurt. I like eggnog. I like eggnog. Should I say it again?
I like being able to wear like jackets.
Oh.
I have a few leather jackets.
I feel like you look fine as fuck with a scarf on.
I can rock a scarf real
Hell
nicely.
yeah. Hell yeah. Dog, hype your boys up. Tell them they're good looking. Don't be weird about it.
Speaking of which, I really appreciated when we were on the phone this weekend. You're like, how'd you describe me to the expedition full of people? Because you were saying like, I love you guys, but this guy, he's a catch. Or do you remember what you said?
You're like the best guy I've ever met in my life. You're like the best guy I know.
Appreciate that.
I mean it. Did you notice everybody I introduced you to is like low key fucking amazing? Like, have you noticed that? Like Contube and Adon and all these people?
Yeah.
Bro, I have a caliber of people because I don't go off, oh, the dude's rich, or I don't go off, oh, no. I go off people who have good vibes, great vibes. Jalissa and Dylan.
The best of vibes.
The best of vibes, baby.
I was trying to do the Donald Trump impression. I don't think it came out that way.
The best of vibes. I've walked in. I said, wow, what a great vibe. That's how you have to like.
The biggest of vibes.
No, it's weird. What do you do? What is he going for?
It's Donald Trump, baby.
No, it's not. You gotta close your hands. You gotta close your hands like this. It's like you're doing like a
Like this?
never gonna look like that. Like
I like hoodies. I like wearing my leather jackets.
ooh, talk dirty to me. What else you got?
I like wearing long sleeve bun ups.
Damn.
I think I kill it during the fall and winter
I bet
seasons.
you do, dog. A little snuggy ass boy. I bet you are all freaking warm and smell good and stuff.
Yeah.
You have like a weird aroma of like peppermint and pumpkin musk. And you're just like, oh yeah.
No, I don't.
Check me out.
I don't smell like potpourri. No, I mean,
Potpourri?
potpourri.
Pot?
Potent puri.
I would just call it potpourri.
Okay.
Spell it in the comments. Yeah, nah, dude, good. Good for you. You like to dress for the fall. You know why? Because you can't dress for the hot. What, are you just be naked? You're still going to be hot. At least if you're cold, you put a jacket, a little hoodie thing, you're warm.
It's like beneficial to your body temp.
I'm telling you, dude.
Finally get to go to the pumpkin patch and the maze.
It's one of my icks.
I was actually going to see if y'all want to just roll along.
We'll be there.
It's clearly not one of Lisa's icks. It's one of mine for sure.
Yeah.
Not a big like fan of that. Go ahead, say something.
Why?
I got to run into all your other lovers. It's really hard.
You're just stupid.
All those dudes pretending to be happy married men. Yeah, right. No, I don't know. I don't know. It's unfamiliar maybe, and I still haven't got used to it. Because I've been to a couple pumpkin patches with you.
Y'all do the mazes?
Once. We like low-key got lost, though.
Oh, yeah. That's every time for me.
Do you have a maze here?
Yeah, we went to it.
Oh, I thought that was the one in Moriarty, though. No, we went to Moriarty.
We went to both, yeah.
We went to the maze there, too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Me and Wrigley do the mazes just to get lost.
I'm sorry?
Me and Wrigley, my son. You know him.
Yeah, I got you.
I enjoy the pumpkin patch because the maze is fun to get lost in. I don't know. I thought I liked the snacks there. I don't really like the snacks there. It has like just a cool variety of things, and Wrigley really likes it. So
yeah, we went a couple times here, but Lambo was like super young. I just enjoy the holidays, bro. Like, it's fun. Like Thanksgiving is fun, and I know I guess Thanksgiving is still fall.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is like one of my favorite holidays.
Gotcha.
It's right up there with like Christmas and Thanksgiving. It depends on how it goes.
Gotcha.
Right? And so, man, do you have like a favorite holiday through the fall season?
Not really. I like the cooler weather.
Oh yeah, this year's gonna be a little different for you for the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Probably be with us more, huh?
If I'm welcome.
Oh, come on, dude.
But it sounds like the pumpkin maze kind of gives you the icks, the icky wickies.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about it. Something about that just gives me the ickies. Icks, you know what icks? You know what icks says because you say, that gives me the icks. Cleaning toilets gives her the icks.
What is like the modern definition, Lisa? I kind of trust you for this of ick.
I think it's just like a major turn off.
So like whenever you're
Majorly off-putting would probably be a better.
no. Let
No.
it stick. So whenever you're cleaning the toilet, like originally you're turned on, but then like as you see some poop stains, you're like, ugh, I can't get with this toilet anymore.
She sees the toilet. She's like, "Hey there, big daddy," and you're like, "Oh, never mind, little poopy daddy."
Little smear on the bowl.
On the pole?
The bowl.
What was that kind of toilet do you think we have, bro?
Stripper toilet.
A stripper pole toilet?
Yeah.
It just freaking.
The poop just spirals down the pole like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Oh, that was gross.
That gives me the ick.
You gonna edit that out?
No.
Poop gives you the ick?
Yeah. But I mean, in the sense of off-putting, right? Like,
I should be off-putting.
hey, I like that.
That was Zach Galifianakis. It wasn't.
Oh, I don't like
Somebody
that.
told him that.
Yeah.
They're like, "Is it true that you're off-putting on set?" And they're like, "You should be off-putting because you're
Like,
fat
between two.
between two ferns."
Okay. So I don't know, like in your relationship history and exploring people and romantic interests, what has kind of thrown you off the scent, so to speak?
The scent for sure. That's a big thing for me. I can't do smells.
Have you came across stinkies?
Yeah, once. One time and one time only. And I don't know if I ever told you. Did I ever tell you this story? Whew. So then I will not tell this story. It was before me and Lisa got together. But long story short, I was with some friends and there's this girl and she smelled and I said, "Hey, kind of OCD. I know we're going to probably move forward after this, but do you think we can hit the showers before?" She's like, "Oh yeah, anything to support your OCD." I was like, "Sick." I was like, get in the nooks and crannies. It was like a thing that like friends set up and like they had just come from the gym and I don't know. I was off put by that. That was an ick. Scents are a huge ick. Table manners. How fast I will walk out on at 10 is gonna be shocking to you. Table manners, like,
Is it because you were like misophonia with the
yeah,
noises?
I can't do it, bro. Oh God, even thinking about it. I'm not like, I don't understand how you can't just keep your freaking suck hole closed when you eat. Like, I'm not even chewing anything right now. Good to go. Not good to go. I'll fucking kill your bloodline. I don't know why it's so like dramatic to me.
It's a like a legit kind of disorder.
Can I get handicap parking for it?
No.
Shit.
Yeah.
I guess not for that one.
Voices, like, not voices. The voice
I was like,
for
I don't-
me, not the TV show either, but like how someone's voice sounds.
Okay.
There's times in the past where like dating apps now have like you can hear the person's voice, and I hit play, and I'm like, oh, like
Watch, I'll be a girl on Tinder. Go to hit play.
okay.
Hi, this is Bethorthan, and I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I love my 7 cats, rocks in the yard, and my Uncle Billy. I hope you swipe right. It's the right choice. Bethorthan out. Is that icky? Oh, look, you got another message.
Boop.
Hey. This is Gertrude. I'm here for short walks and long call me back. Swipe right. I'll change your life. Gertrude out. Oh, you got one more message.
No, I'm kind of done with dating apps for the
I
day.
think I really think that one looks important.
Boop.
Hey, Anthony, it's Dad. It's been a while.
No, Dad. How'd you get in there? I'm not trying to date you.
It wasn't a car accident, son. Call me back.
It's like the Truman Show.
Did I take it too far with the dead dad one? Oh, Gertrude was good. Hey.
You guys
I
say
like short
Bertrude
walks and
or
long.
Gertrude.
I don't know, one of those. Gertrude and Bertrude. It was her and her twin sister.
Yeah, just two bassy voices or two like like
around.
childish
Other way
voices.
Bassy down,
Yeah, you're right.
childish up.
Yeah. So like, I don't know, the voice. It is a sensory thing in itself, right?
I can't listen to Boosie for that reason.
INDPENDENT.
But you know what I mean? You got on him. Yeah, no, stop, Boosie. Just talk. Stop, please stop. And Boosie be talking some real shit too. He says some real good stuff.
I think a chick who listens to Boozy would be a Nick for me, or Kodak Black. Like that's an immediate kind of what am I doing here? You know?
I don't actually know how a Kodak Black song.
I don't think anyone does. We just
Super
kind of mumble
Gremlin.
the lyrics.
I know Super Gremlin.
You big on fashion?
Yeah, big on fashion. I don't like when people are mean to other people in public. That's something on my face or what?
No.
Like
I don't know how we got from fashion to being mean. In
Oh
public.
yeah, my bad. I didn't know what you. It's hard for me to like act like fashion is an ick because like also who the fuck am I to tell a girl how to dress? I mean, unless she wore like a hefty garbage bag to the date, like this ain't gonna work. You got a drawstring where your armpit goes. Like other than that, like nah. I think if somebody's poorly dressed, it'll like I wouldn't be attracted to them anyways.
What's this? Got a reporter in the field? Producer Lisa, what are your icks?
Well, first, I'm a little offended because all I wear is leggings and big t-shirts.
Yeah, not my vibe at all. But we're married, so. You didn't always dress like that.
Yeah, I know.
People get comfortable with each other.
I'm still fat, so I got comfortable with Lisa.
Gotcha.
Anyways, what are your icks? Well, that was your first of all. What's the rest of your wall? People love producer Lisa.
Think of guys who you just stop to give them a chance because they're
Drug addiction. Big ick for you. Sorry, big dog. Or whoever.
I think my only ick is just arrogance.
How did y'all end up together?
I know. Am I arrogant, you think?
No,
I don't think my confidence ever crosses the arrogance line.
Yeah, cleanliness for sure.
Which is weird because she's with a fat dude and you would think, but nah, dude. Not me.
And you just have to be considerate. That's a big one for me.
Go off, queen. No, I was just hyping her up. You got any more icks? I think that tops this. So my biggest ick, like in a game, is when you don't follow us on social media.
That's the greatest ick of all time.
That's an ick and a half. That's capital I, capital C, capital K.
Yeah.
And the K is emphasized. The K is emphasized. The ick. Don't, dude, I will have Gertrude go to your house with her sister Bertrude and hit subscribe for you.
Where you can follow us at Fully Lacking, right here, I think.
It's down here
I'll
somewhere.
put it right there somewhere. Facebook, TikTokaroonie,
Ooh, he's getting good.
Instagram Marcy Theater.
Instagram Marcy Theater.
You like that one?
Yeah. And I think the biggest one is YouTube.
YouTube.
Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the little bell. We upload every Tuesday. We're never delayed. Not even once. We never have to re-upload. Not even once. We're dependable. Why are you so mad? Oh, yeah, and Spotify and where you get all your podcasts at. Follow us on there, too. Even rate us. Whatever. If you have a Tumblr, maybe like us on there, too. LinkedIn.